So, good afternoon from Crazy Tax Girl and Blue Coat Taxes and Retirement Plan. So, I'm offering tax-free school. No, I'm not going to charge you $400 to come into this group and ask a question and learn and prepare as you take your tax exam. I'm not going to. There are too many people. I've, I've heard this throughout the vines. I've heard that, oh, I've got 20 years experience. I don't understand what you're asking. Well, if you've got 20 years of experience and you don't understand what a new tax pro coming aboard for the first time is experiencing, then why are you doing taxes? If you're sitting beside a new tax pro who seems to need help, no, don't jump up. Go to their desk and say, oh, this is how we do it. No, don't ever do that, because then you're going to make them feel like maybe this isn't for them. But this is what I do. Last year, I had a couple of girls and guys who asked me questions. Shoot, I just had one call me 5 minutes ago. Um, how do I do this form? How do I start it? It's something new for me. So this is what you do. You say, excuse me, to your client. Chances are that client will understand and respect you more for helping a new person. And if they don't, if that client can't understand that sometimes we need help within our own reach, don't ever feel that this isn't quite for you. Um, because there is help in the office, there is help here. I know there's a lot of companies, oh, I'm a big tax school, but I'm going to charge you $400 to join me. I can't get you your EA test, your tax assessment acknowledgement test, but I can prepare you for it. And I know there are other EAs and tax pros who can do the same. So, with bit ado, we're going to start with the first thing. Read your client. Now, I started this last year. I started a tax-free trade school per my mentor. He thought it might be a good idea to help other people who struggles with taking tests. So we're going to try this anyway. So this is my thing. If you have a question, put it on here. It will get an answer. But I will not answer a quiz test. Now, for example, there's a difference. And I've been asked a lot about this by EAs because I went on a couple EA pages, different tax forms. Boy, did I get chewed out for asking the question. But the thing was, another EA pointed out to me that sometimes the questions doesn't have enough question to it. Well, my question was, at the time I was working on amortization, cancellation of debt, and a few other things. But my question was revolved around formula. And you'll get to this eventually, but this was my situation. I didn't want the answer to the question. I wanted the formula or the form where I could calculate the answer. And you know how I got that? After being told over and over, you don't belong in this group. You're a disrespect to the profession for asking questions to a quiz. And they say, you got all these wonderful resources. Really? So you've got a new tax associate who's in training, and I'm not new. I'm far from it. But I still am in the process of learning. Every year we do this continuance, learn up more, do more, respect more. It just depends on how far you want to go. I'm sitting in the dark because it's very, very high. It's almost August. It's 100, going to be 100 today. My computer is just really unstable. So I'm hoping you guys can hear all this. But read your client. Your client comes in, walk it back. Don't be afraid to get up out your chair, walk up, introduce yourself, come in, sit down, start a conversation with them. You married? How many babies you have? How many children you have? And if they say, "Oh, I'm single, but I'm thinking about having kids in the future," keep that in mind, because that client could be a repetitive client that you have the rest of your time while you're doing taxes. They may not have a child today, but next year they might. Start learning your clients right off the bat. And then your basic Form 1040 is about basics. It's about name, address, social security. It's about dependents. They add more to it every year. Like next year, there's actually going to be a line on there about virtual currency. Every year, look at the new 1040 and do the new 1040 training, because sometimes that 1040 will lead you into forms after forms after forms. Practice. Do your case studies. Case studies are hard, I know they are, but practice, because that practice is going to help you when you're sitting in an office. I'm not going to be here long today because I've been on the computer a lot. This is the first of many videos. My friend just asked me, "Where's your videos? I need them." So, again, a new year. Start with basic info. Walk your client to the back. Say, "Hi, how are you doing today? Oh, I just got off from work. I wish I could have came later." Write that down, because in the event something happens and they do have to come back, suggest a virtual meeting. Suggest an online, on phone, so they don't have to come back in the office. Do virtual with them. If they say, "Oh, I'm so busy, I can't be coming back and forth," they don't have to anymore. Suggest a virtual or an on phone meeting. Pretend this is a work phone. We all carry these, but pretend it's a work phone. Let's go ahead and finish this. Jane Smith, let's finish your whatever you need. You can upload it and send it to me for your company, or you can meet me face to face virtually, and I can complete it on your lunch break, on after work in the evening when you're at home. Give me a time and I'll be there, but don't oversell yourself with the client, because if the client doesn't get off from work till 6 and you're off work at 5, there's going to be a crisscross. Now, with me, what I do is I will set up, "Hey, let me call you between 5 and 6 o'clock, or let me call you between 9 and 10 in the morning, or you hit me this number." And if I'm not with the client, or even if I'm with the client, upload it to me. I'll complete it. And I like doing the virtual. Last year, I discovered virtual everything. Our managers and bosses and want us to push for more virtual. And I like it because 2 reasons. One, the client gets to stay at home in their own comfortable space. 2, I can take a look at the work before I go virtual with them, and we can discuss options. I can say, "Look, it's already prepared. I did your 2 W-2s." I'm sorry, my throat is really dry. "I did your 2 W-2s. I noticed on here last year you had a 1098-T." We all know what that means, and you'll learn what that means. And they'll say, "Oh, I forgot to do that. Let me go." And I said, okay. I said, hit me up again, upload it to me, I'll put it in, and we'll get back and we'll do this virtual thing. I had at least 8 clients who were so happy. A lot of the new tax preparation and a lot of the new tax associates have to train for virtual as well. It's good for you. It will help you learn. It'll help you part of the process. But again, take a 1040 in your hand. Part of your training with me, first training, 1040, your basics, name, and don't just put in John Doe. Look at the driver's license, look at especially the social security number. Very important. If the social security number says John Wayne Doe, then you might want to be asking why they're just putting in Joe Doe, because it's going to be rejected. The names aren't going to be matched. But we'll get into that later. Name, write it down. Print you 5 1040s. Blank. You can go IRS 1040 blanks, PDF, print you 5 of them. Make him some magical people. Don't add friends or anything. Blake Social Security 11111227788, whatever. And put your name, John Doe, and then Social Security 11111. Practice. And while you're filling out that 1040, look at some of the questions. That's what you're going to be discussing while you're reading with the client. So let's go from there. Next week, maybe even before that, maybe by Friday, I'm going to lurch out of 1040 and start into the whole 1040 and what it means. We're going to extend the 1040. I'm actually going to print and write up 2 copies, and I'm going to want you to do the same. And I'm going to show you examples. So I will see you then. Crazy Tax Girl from Blue Co. Taxes and Retirement Planning, signing off. You guys stay cool. Turn on a water hose. Be careful, because that hot water runs out of those first. So get you in some water, get you some cold iced tea, and prepare to learn for taxes. You have a good one. Bye-bye.